Yeah.
Pick the games. We'll start out with the one in London, and you're now going to watch it on Yahoo.com.
I am. It's streaming
Jacksonville
live.
at Buffalo. And I don't think there'd be much interest here except if it wasn't on Yahoo, and that's going to bring in some people who normally would watch on television that are going to watch on their iPhone or something like that.
You remember at the beginning of the year when they announced this game and that it would be streamed and it would be in London and everybody's going, well, yeah, if there's any game that shouldn't be on TV, it should be Jacksonville and Buffalo. But Buffalo's turned out to be a pretty good team, a competitive team. They've gone through a lot of injuries, but Jacksonville still stinks. I'm taking Buffalo.
Buffalo will not have Watkins, probably. They will not have Tyrod, probably. They are injury prone throughout their lineup. Percy Harvin, there was a report erroneously, I think, that he was going to retire because of the injury struggles he's had. In spite of all that, Jacksonville or Tampa Bay, two worst teams of the league. Give me Buffalo. I think that defense will win out.
Yeah, I agree. Atlanta, Tennessee.
I wondered if this would be a trap game, but Mariota is hurting from this.
He's not going to play.
He's not going to play. That actually, I don't think that's an upgrade. I don't think going back is an upgrade. Atlanta needs to come back after the New Orleans game. They've had that time off. Give me Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm with Atlanta as well.
Pittsburgh at Kansas City.
Well,
this is an interesting game.
Well, it is, except Roethlisberger is not going to play, so it's probably going to be Landry Jones at quarterback again. I'm going to take Kansas City. I think Kansas City at home against a third-string quarterback, it's still a pretty good Kansas City defense, so give me the Chiefs.
Landry Jones, I think, is a quality backup quarterback. I don't consider him the norm third string. You know, I've liked him ever since he's come out of college. I'm going to pick Pittsburgh because I don't think Kansas City has a running game. I don't think they'll be as formidable at home with their crowd. I can see people beginning to turn, staying in the parking lot to tailgate. I'm going with Pittsburgh here.
Okay. Cleveland at St. Louis. I'll go here. St. Louis, still a good defensive team, really fighting for their playoff lives. And Cleveland just not very good on offense. I think the Rams are going to shut them down, especially in St. Louis, so give me the Rams.
Cleveland sucks. Give me St. Louis. Tampa Bay at Washington, speaking of a team that sucks.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay sucks, but Washington's not great. Kirk Cousins is an interception machine. INT should be his middle name. Kirk
Cousins.
Kirk
into Cousins.
But I'm going to take Washington here.
Yeah, I am too. Minnesota at Detroit.
There's a feeling that Detroit's going to get on a little bit of a run here, but I liked having seen both of them here, Minnesota, there, Detroit. I think Detroit got its victory last week. I think Minnesota is a better team. On a neutral side, I'd pick Minnesota 10 out of 10 times. In Detroit, slight edge to Detroit. Matthew Stafford played better, but I'm going to take Minnesota, I think, between the running back and a young quarterback who I really liked, and a running back. Close, but give me Minnesota.
Yeah, I think on a neutral field, Minnesota is the better team. But since the game's in Detroit, and I do believe that teams do get on runs and do build confidence, I think the Lions have a little bit of that going, so I'm going to take the Lions.
Houston and Miami. Miami's won 2 out of the last 3.
Yeah.
Under new coach, hardliner, young guy, fresh blood in terms of attitude, tougher team. Miami showed that to me against Tennessee last week. Houston's not very good. There's still quarterback issues there. Hoyer's the quarterback, but really they go either way. I'll take Miami.
Well, and Houston's defense, which I thought would be great this year, is not. In fact, it's a terrible defense right now. Miami did something different under the interim coach Campbell. They changed their offense, and it worked really well last week. They scored 37 points, and I think it's going to continue. I'm taking Miami as well.
New Orleans at Indianapolis.
This is easy for me. I'm taking Andrew Luck and the Colts. New Orleans is bad. New Orleans is bad on the road especially. And Andrew Luck, I think this is where Andrew Luck starts turning things around.
Indianapolis is not very good.
I know that.
They're
lucky they're in that division.
I really want to take New Orleans. I think New Orleans.
Go ahead. I dare you.
New Orleans. I'm going to take New Orleans.
Okay.
I took Indianapolis last week and they broke my heart.
Then
so.
You know what? I'm going to show the cojones on the next one. The Jets at New England. I know I'm out of my mind. It's New England at home. It's a division game. I'm still taking the Jets. I think New England has a lot of problems. I think they're coming off an emotional game against Indianapolis, and I like what the Jets are putting out there week after week. New England also has problems on the offensive line, and the Jets have a good pass rush.
Let me make sure I got this straight.
I'm taking the Jets.
I agree with you.
Really?
You are out of your mind. I totally disagree with you. New England's not going to lose at home. They're not going
I know, but I'm trying to be different.
Bring up once a week. You bring up, are they a 16-0 team, and you think this is the one they're going to lose?
I do.
No, you are.
I'm sticking my neck out here.
You are so wrong. What's the line on that game? Do you know?
It's like 9.
Yeah, I don't even think they'll stay within the line.
I'll tell you what, I would take the Jets in 9 points. Definitely take the Jets in 9 points.
Okay, but that doesn't count in this. Oakland at San Diego.
Give me San Diego. Phillip Rivers is on a roll. The best thing San Diego does is throw the ball. The worst thing Oakland does is pass defense. Give me San Diego.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
You're in your mind this time.
Dallas at the New York Giants.
I'm going to take the Giants here. There's no doubt in my mind. Matt Castle can't play dead. There's a reason he was a backup quarterback in college, never started a game. He probably was a backup quarterback in high school and junior high school. He's been a backup quarterback his whole time, except in spots. This is not New England. This is not 2008. He doesn't have that team around him. Since then, he's won 22 and lost 33, and that's about what he is. He's not an upgrade. The quarterback wasn't their problem. It's a lot of other positions.
Yeah.
Give me the Giants.
Yeah, I'm taking the Giants too. I think they rebound from the game against Philadelphia.
Eli Manning has a better game.
Yeah, Eli's playing pretty well. He didn't play great against Philadelphia, but for the most part, he's playing very well this year. So I'm going to take the Giants too. And the last one, Philadelphia, Carolina.
Carolina's proven to me it's a quality team. Rivera's finally gotten a defense that's more in line with what he's had in his career. He's worked very hard at that. They're still rather nameless. They've got one great defensive player who comes and goes. But I love the way Cam Newton's throwing the football. He is showing so much confidence, and I just like the way he's running the ball in spots. He's not thinking run first, pass second.
Yeah.
He's throwing a ball. I mean, if you had a quarterback with that kind of firepower, that's Elway kind of arm strength.
Yeah, and runs the ball effectively. I like the way Carolina's playing defense. I watched that game last week in full. They do a great job against the run, and I think they're going to make life hell for Sam Bradford. Philadelphia is one of those inconsistent teams, week in, week out. You never know what to expect from them. I expect a come down after their game against the New York Giants last week. So I'm taking Carolina too.
When you go to buy a car, what do you really want? You probably want a lot of cars to choose from. And you want the dealership's best price. Not some starting price or target price, the best price. And you want it immediately, not after hours of negotiating. And you want a salesperson who doesn't get paid more if you spend more. Because, well, you don't want to spend more. Well, you're in luck. John Elway wants all of those things too. Better yet, John Elway wants you to have all of those things too. Come see us or click on johnelwaychevrolet.com.